Thankfully, today's maze is super easy. I again made a map, so if you want to check that out in better quality, you can also check it on my Discord. But here is the map. There are a few things that you should know, and there is a difference between the purple and the blue circles. As you can see here on your left, there are some areas that are a little bit more purpley with some stars. These ones are never entrances. They are always bouncy flowers. There is one specific that has a chest, but all of the others are just bouncy flowers or empty. The ones that have a painting of a city, however, always are an entrance to a room. So keep that in mind when you're exploring. Here is a better overview of what we are going first, and we'll move on towards the left area first, and then we'll move on to the right side where tons of chests are all convoluted together. So let's get started. First, we are going straight towards the circle on the right. You can ignore the other two. They have nothing inside other than blings. You can drop down and immediately you will see a chest right away. You can open that chest. That's the first one. Now you're going to go back, bounce on the flower, and we'll move on to the main area where you can see all of these many circles. We'll jump on the bouncy flower and immediately go straight forwards to the purple circle in the center. That's the one specific circle that has a chest in it. So you drop down and you open. This is our second chest. Moving forwards, we're not going to walk on this over area much. We're mostly going to stay inside, underground on the mazes. Now we're back to the beginning, so we'll go to the circle on the left. As you can see here, another zoomed out view, just so you can situate yourself. We're back straight at the start of the main area again. So we'll go first on this circle on the left, where you can see there is tons of blings there. So go there, drop down, get some blings. And you'll see there is a little arched door. There you can already see one of the animals and a chest. You cannot get that animal yet, so we'll just purify the esselings and then open up the chest. As you can see, you cannot jump here to reach the animal yet, but we'll get it later, so don't worry about it. Now here, as you're facing towards the window with the animal, you can turn around and go back to the flower that we bounced on initially. Now we're moving towards that circle on the edge there. I'll zoom out again just so you can have a better view. Right, so now we are going to that one all the way on the left that is kind of like separated from the others. So we are going towards that circle and we're going to drop down there. You will see there are some ships and some blue flowers. There is also an animal down there, so you could also get that earlier on, but I got it as a last step. For now, we'll go on and drop down here. Start floating to the second floor. As you can see, that's the entrance, that's the bouncing floor. And here you can already see more esselings and another chest. So again, purify the esselings. And you can open up the chest. Again, you have a view for an animal, but you can again ignore that for now. We'll move on and walk through this door that is behind us, and you will go past the flower, and past the flower you can find this little nook that has another chest inside. So you can now go back all the way. But before we continue, let's hear the sponsor of today's video. And the sponsor for today's video is you. These videos take a lot of time and effort to make, so if you'd like to support my work, consider joining Patreon or checking my Vision. And if you don't have any to spare, that's okay. Just watching my videos, subscribing, liking, commenting helps so much. Not to mention it's also free. And we'll now go through the other archway door. You can jump on this flower, bounce around just to see where I am, but we'll continue inside this room and you will float to the second floor where you can see a couple more blings and we'll get our first rescue animal. So jump on the flower. And you can see the animal there. After getting the animal, you can drop down. And that will be an archway door right in front of you and one to the right. Go to the one that is in front of you. As you can see, there is this first floor there as well. So we're going to bounce on the flower. Again, not leave the room. Just float a little bit so you can drop down in this window. And you will see now that we have two pathways, one on the left and one on the right. We'll go through the right first because we can access the one on the left later. Purify the acetylene. Turn left, purify the acetylene again. You'll find tons of blings here, and here there are two chests, one on top of another. I fear that this is a chest that most people have missed, because maybe they didn't expect that there were two chests together in the same room. But you can jump on these boxes, and you will see the other chest on top of the first one. Now you can see as well this other window. There is one window behind you, one in front of you. Go through this window in front of you where you can see some acetylines. And again, purify the acetylines. Get your blings. You will see a bouncy flower to your left. We're gonna bounce on that flower and float to the first floor where we are back to that path on the left. And here there is another chest hidden. And open up the chest. That's our 8th chest so far. We're almost done. And you'll go back to the same flower that we just bounced a minute ago. And now we're gonna exit the room. Now we are gonna float and we'll change to this room right in front of it that has no grounds. As you can see, it's just a whole void underneath. I'm gonna drop in this window and straight away you can see the next chest. Purify acetylines again. There are 3 sunflowers smiling at you on the wall. Hard to miss. And here you can already see the last chest. You can jump there. Open up the chest. And moving on, you're going to jump on the boxes and get the second animal. Now we just need one more animal to finish the maze. You can jump here. As you can notice, that is the first room that we dropped in. We're gonna bounce on the flower. And we are now gonna move out to another room. I'm gonna show you a zoomed out perspective here so you can find easily. As you can see, that's the one that we are going now. So I don't know if you remember at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that there is a rescue animal there. You could have picked that animal first. I left it as my last step. So we're going there now. Again, it's the room with tons of ships and some flowers. You're gonna jump down on the ledge and then you're gonna jump down to the red ledge there. There is another window. You're gonna climb up these like stairs. And immediately you will see the last animal. Now you're done with the third maze. Lastly, if you are struggling to find a way to exit the maze, you actually need to move towards where you can see the exit on the sky And you can just move on to the right side of the main area and you can find this bouncy flower on this purple circle here. You just jump on it and you can actually reach the exit through this bouncy flower. Thank you so much for watching and see you on the next one.
Ryan Little.